Hello Year 6. So this week I'm going to be teaching you some maths. Now the maths that we're doing is just kind of covering stuff that we did a few weeks ago in school, but giving you a chance to have a quick bit of revision with it. So today we are looking at mental methods with a bit of jotting for addition and subtraction. Okay, so I'm going to go through a few little strategies we might use, two examples of how we would do it. We are not using column method at any point today. No column method. Okay, here we go into some examples. Let's go. Okay, so for our addition, there's going to be 4 different methods that we are going to look at. Partition both, partition one, round and adjust, and double and adjust. And some of us might rely on one of these more than the others. Some of us might use some and for one and some for others, depending on the numbers. But these are the 4 that we're going to focus on. So partition both. Let's say we've got a question like 47 add 34. So if I'm partitioning both for that, I'm going to be doing the 40 and the 30. So I'm partitioning the 10s, the 40 and the 30, which is going to get me to 70. And then I'm going to do the 1s, so the 7 of the 4, which is 11. So my answer is 81. Now that's quite a lot of jottings. We might not use that for everything. Actually, if I'm doing 47 add 34, my jottings might just be 70 add 11 is 81. Okay? Using a bit of jottings helps me. The reason I would always use jottings is because if I'm doing 40 and 70, 40 and 30, I know, well that's 70, and then I do 7 add 4, which is 11. But by the time I've got 11, I might have forgotten that that was 70. So you can save yourself a lot of time by just writing out that bit. And you get to the answer. That is partition both. Okay, partition one. So for this one, let's say we've got something like 33 add 56. I'm going to keep that 33. I'm not going to do anything with it, but then I'm going to partition this. So I've got my 50 and my 6. So 33 add 50 is going to get me to 83. Add another 6 gets me to 89. And there's my answer. And again, you might not use this whole jottings. I mean, that's what it would look like if we did it all in full, but we might not do that every time. For some of them, we might just quickly go, well, 33 add 50 is going to be 83, add another 6 gets me to 89. So this little bit here is my jottings. It's some jottings and it's helped me get the answer, but it doesn't have to be quite as much as all of this. And some of us, like we say, might be able to do that in our head. Okay, I'd say they're probably the most 2 common ones. Now, going down to something like rounding and adjust. Now this might be handy if we're doing a question like 323 add 299. So hopefully we look and we go, well that 299 is very close to 300. So if I do 323 add 300, that's going to get me to 623. And then it wasn't 300, it was 299. So I just need to take away 1 to get me to 622. Or I might have something like 517 add 58. Well, some of us might go 517 add 60 is going to get me to 577, then take away 2 to get me to 575. Rounding and adjusting, something like that. And then finally, double and adjust, which is probably the one that you're going to use least often, is if we've got 2 numbers that are close to each other. So something like 64 add 65. Or if I double 64, that's going to get me to 128, and I just know it's 1 more. So that gets me to 129. And those, I think, are the most important methods for addition. So we've got partition both, partition one, round and adjust, double and adjust. Those are our addition methods. Moving on to subtraction written methods. So again, most people will think we've got 4 main ones. Partition both, partition one, count on, round and adjust. I've got something very important to say about partition both. It is this. No! Do not use partition both. Because partition both is going to get you wrong when you're doing subtraction stuff. Okay? It will send you wrong. Because if you do something like, and I'm going to have to do it under here, like 78 take away 29, well, partition both, you'd end up doing 70 take away 20, which is 50, and then 8 take away 9. But at this point, people go, oh, it must be 9 take away 1. Sorry, 9 take away 8. And they get 1. So they think they've got an answer of 51. And the answer is not 51. Okay, we never, ever, ever partition both when we are doing subtraction. It's okay for addition, not okay for subtraction though. Okay, so partition 1 is a better method. So let's say I've got something like 78 take away 26. Well, I can start at 78, take away 20, which gets me to 58, take away 6, which gets me to 52. And there's my answer. Or let's say I've got something like 123 take away 46. Well, I can do 123 take away 40, which is 83. Take away another 6, be careful with this, but that gets me to 77. Partition 1, never partition both. And then finally, probably my favourite method for a lot of subtraction stuff is counting on. So if I had something like 79 take away 58, instead of taking away 50 and then taking away 8, I'm going to start at the 58 and count on. Well, so 58 add 2 gets me to 60, and then add 10 gets me to 70, add 9 gets me to 79. So my answer is 19 plus that 2. My answer is 21. Or let's say I've got something like 134 take away 97. Well, I could just go 97, add 3 gets me to 100. Add 34 gets me to 134. So my answer is that 34 add 3, which is 37. I appreciate I'm going quick year 6, but you can pause this and watch stuff again. And then finally, round and adjusting. Well, actually, let's look at this one again. So say we've got 134 take away 97. That 97 is very close to 100. So we do 134, take away 100. This gets me to 34, but then I've taken away too many because it's only 97, so I need to add 3 back on. That gets me to 37. Or I might have something like 66 take away 48. Well, that's very close to 50. So actually, if I do 66 take away 50, that'll get me to 16. But then I took away too many, so I need to add 2 back on, which gets me to 18. So 4 methods for subtraction. There's only 3. Do not partition both. You'll go wrong. We can partition 1, we can count on, or we can round and adjust. Okay, I'm now going to send you back to me, but from a different angle. Hello. So hopefully that will help you a little bit with your addition and subtraction mental methods. My hair is looking crazy, isn't it? Let me sort that out. It's not going down. We'll just have to cope. So use those different methods. There's 2 activities for you to do. There's a ready, steady, go. I want you to choose one of those and just answer them. And I'd love to see a little bit of jottings as to how you've done it. Activity 2 is a game. So you are going to play a game against somebody else in your house, or do it over video call, or find someone to play a game with. And you're going to make up some numbers. So the best way of doing that is using either a dice if you've got one. But if not, you could use like just a random number generator if you just Google it. And then you're going to create some different numbers. So you might do tens and units, add tens and units. You might do tens and units, take away tens and units. You might do hundreds, tens and units, add tens and units. Come up with, you can decide which way you're going to do it first. And then play a game against a person in your house. See if you can beat them. My challenge, find an older sibling who's in high school and beat them. Yeah, high school people think they're great at everything, and they're not. So try and beat some high school people. Even better, challenge your parents, beat them. Even better than that, find the person in your family, it might be an uncle, it might be a cousin, who is supposedly the best person in maths. Give them a video call, beat them. Okay, try and beat someone impressive, and then let me know who it is. Okay, year 6, work hard. This math session should be taking you about 45 minutes or so. I mean, you've spent 10 minutes watching me, so now about half an hour actually doing some stuff of your own. Okay, see you later. Bye.